Welcome in, everybody. It's Skill of the King 97, and today we are going to be bringing up a lot of topics and tips that the testers and the content creators have thought of to help you guys play the game easily. And so that way, this is going to be a progressing guide, so this should start mitigating any questions you have about the game. It'll teach you how to play the game better, how to get more accessories and stuff that you may not know about the game. So first things first, we're going to start it off with gear. So some of you are running around with the least amount of gear as possible. Like, you go do the quest and if something doesn't drop, whatever, right? You just go on to do the quest, but you're struggling to get the quest done. You do know that there is an amazing feature in the game. Most of every boss's stuff or drops can be crafted just with the right crafter. Like, he'll start you off with good crafting guides, or good starter crafts, like the rustic trailblazer kit to get you out of this area, your first weapon of choice, the wolf iron jacket helps a lot. You can also get this from a drop from the wolves, and then your first staff as a mage, he can even drop mana crystals, and that can upgrade your weapons. Now, the crafting chance on some of these, let's see, I want to say, yeah, you see how that says 60% success? Some of you are actually sleeping on one of the easiest things to obtain in the game, and that is Dwarf. Like, honestly, dwarfs are so underrated in this game because you can not only get better crafting percentages, but you can also get a higher degree of stuff that you craft. Like weapons, you can get exceptional, superior. It just depends on, your luck with that. But it opens that up to get higher things. So look at that. That's an extra 20% crafting. So that went from 60 to 80%. So that you are sleeping on and you are crazy. I'm like, now yes, some of you don't have the Grimoire storage, but I highly recommend, or the Clover storage. I highly recommend you getting the Clover storage. It's about $20 in the game. It makes the game that much easier. But let's talk about the crafting materials in case you don't have it, but you can spend Dwarf. In case you don't have the storage, you can still spend Dwarf. So from town, you go to the left side, you go over here to this little cave right here. It's by the Bandit Lord and by the bandit spawns right over there. There's also a secondary entrance right there behind the Alpha Wolf. And you can get to both of those entrances and it takes you to a cave. Now this is the mine and where my rocks haven't spawned because I just initialized my server, but you can be on your broom and go up and down here collecting all the ores and materials that you would need to craft. Now there is a small quest that you can do and you can farm it every time you come back over here to get more stuff in the game. And it helps you get your gold up a little bit. Not a lot, but every time you do the quest you get your gold. And it's just something to mindlessly do while you're collecting ore. So you get paid to do it, you get XP. It's this guy right over here by the blacksmith. Yeah, you just go to the mines. And you can grab the rocks. You get 150 XP and you get 65 gold just for doing that. And then you come craft your starter weapons. And you can also get stuff, as you saw, the mana crystal to upgrade your weapon. So it just depends on what you want to do. And let's go over here to another NPC you might not know about. Or Timeston. and this guy to craft potions. Now, minor healing, minor mana, elixir of renewal, healing potion, greater healing potion, and desert claw poison. So, the main things that we want to talk about, these healing potions, minor healing and greater healing. So these can get you out of tough spots. This one will do 50%, and you collect flowers. This elixir of renewal will reset your stats for free. $1,850 in the game. So literally just doing quests, which there is a quest to also obtain flowers in the game as well. Look at that. There's a mana flower right there. There's a couple of quests. But there's a daily quest right here. And look at the spawns. There's a plethora of spawns right here. There's this spawn right here for flower or lilies. You take his quest. This is a daily quest. 300 XP, 150 gold, and 3 spins for doing this daily quest. So this is the first area where you can get a ton of flowers or lilies. I keep saying flowers, but you guys know what I mean. But and then you go down there to grab that spawn down there. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So there's 6 drops right here. Oh no, there's 7 because you can pull out this grass too. Oh, no, I'm lying. There's 9 spots right here. And all of these have the chance to be higher tier lilies and stuff like that, the fire lilies. But you grab that grass because you'll need that grass to create some of the healing potions. So grab all the grass and everything that you see right there. Then you go over here to the second spawn. So from the unnamed village, you go over here to the right, and it's literally right here. Let's start that off. And there's 7 spawns right here. So then you go back over there while you're waiting for that one to respawn. And this is the efficient farming method for these. You can get every lily in the game minus the frozen lily, but you won't need that until you get to the tundra. Don't forget this one back over here because I did earlier. Bam, look at that, look at that. So we're done there. And we got a lot of flowers to get our elixir of renewal. But before then, I want to talk to you about these stat traits. So I am even messing up because I have done the math for you guys. You need 167 points. Now I have gear on, so you need 167 points dedicated to one stat to get a stat trait. That is 60% of that stats. The other 40%, I advise you to use it for your weapon. Put like the last 40% in Constitution, unless you want to be a Constitution main, which that's what I'm about to do right now. I want to say I have something on that's actually making... No, it's... Yeah, I have something that's boosting up my Constitution right now. But out of the 277 points that you can get when you're max level, you need 167 of those points dedicated to a stat. And then the rest of the 110, you can put in the other one to get stat traits. And those stat traits are... They are the Arcanist, the Warrior, Assassin, and Sentinel. So, Warrior gives you the Warrior's Might. You get 2 times block damage. Arcane Sight. This one is pretty broken. Like, you can honestly max out your Clovers to get more damage. on your spells, and it triples the XP for it. So every time you do a spell, you get triple the XP, and then there's you get a magic damage boost under 50% mana up to 25%, and then a hard cap on magic damage turns to a soft cap. So you get way more magic damage if you have this. Swift reflexes. This one isn't as good. It helps you dodge a little bit more. 5 speed, and you get that special dash. Now, I mean, I used to have this one, but I've changed it, and that's what you get from the assassins. Now, it talks about threat generation. So the more stuff that you do, especially when you have a stat trait, you get that you get this threat generation. So that means the boss is going to focus on you a lot more than he is going to focus on anybody else. He is going to be after you, the person with the highest threat generation. So if you have Sentinel, that makes it perfect because you have the most health out of everybody in the party, so the boss was going after you. So that's 35% increase to your threat generation, and this heals you. Like Sentinel will also gives you, I want to say it's about 300 plus health once you get it. Have 167 points in Constitution, and then it also gives you a 5% damage against all types, and we're going to increase to 25% up to 50% health. That's why I'm going over here, so I can actually do Apex boss, so that way when he actually gets me down to 50% before I heal, I actually get a little bit more tankier. That's what I'm going for. That's what I've changed into. I thought I had my stat trait, and I thought I switched it into it, but I did not. So that is why we go over here to go get that elixir of renewal. Also, while we are on the subject of an event popping up, do these events. Make sure you get these events done. Oh, I am not. I don't have my Reomen. Yeah, you see how I have like 0 damage because I'm punching and I have something in strength? Yeah, I have 6 strength right now. So obviously I should be hitting something, right? With a sword or a spear. Oh, he lagged hard right there. Yeah, you saw the difference? Even with this broken weapon, whatever I have my stats in the correct way, like, this is a broken sword, and I'm able to do 40 damage. But all of these weapons in the game are either craftable or they're attainable through boss drops. But the bosses also give you stuff to get their weapons through crafting. And then, like I said, utilize being a dwarf in the game, or get the Clover storage so you can switch between being a dwarf and your main race. If you get a mythic, you got a mythic. Switch between dwarf when you go to crafting and stuff. I promise you, it'll help you out. As soon as I kill him, this is gonna take a minute. Okay, now that he's dead, let's talk about. Let's actually get this stat of our elixir of renewal, and actually get our first stat trait. And this depends on what build you're doing. So you need 5 fire lilies, 7 blue lilies, and 5 mana flowers. Oh, what don't I have? Killer cut this. Oh, Actually, we're not gonna cut it. So this is another event. So we actually got the event right on the video. So the seasoned wolf hunter craftsman. So where is he? He is right over here by the flower drops. Right by this big tree. So this is the Wolf Hunter sword, the pauldrons, the jacket, and the bandolier, and the Alpha Wolf Hunter. So this is for dex. This is for strength. This gives you extra constitution. So does this. And this gives you damage reduction. So that's, yeah, this is a 80% craft with Dwarf. So, and you can go farm all of this if you don't want to, you know, go farm the materials. You know who gives you the materials and potentially the items? These guys. All of these can drop their entire items. Like, you can get everything from these guys. But when he pops up, you want to go over here in whatever you do have in the wolves, because the wolves will also get the wolf slayer title. We're talking about titles. Wolf slayer. So every damage to non-elite or non-legendary monsters increases by 6%. You will notice that a lot. 6%, you will actually notice. You may not notice it too much, but you'll notice that, okay, well, I couldn't kill this guy before with a combo, but suddenly you can kill this with a combo. Like, and that's in the earlier part of the game. 6% in the earlier part of the games helps you out a lot. And then, so like I said, the bandolier. And I got an exceptional bandolier using Dwarf. So 10% damage reduction. That's all damage. That's on all damage I would take. I get 10% damage reduction on it. So I equip that. That's 5 con. That gives you a little bit of extra health. Then the pauldrons. They give you the trait tough 1. So when you ever need to go over here, use the Trello. Use the Trello. It's easy to navigate. Where is tough 1? There it is. So plus 50 health. And you can get them from the Wolf Hunter. Yeah, but see, you can get the drops from the Wolf Hunters themselves. Like, you can get all their drops right here. And then there's a quest to go do them as well. So you can farm these, and you should be farming these guys when you're under level 100, or at least until you get all of their stuff. You know, it helps you out. It gives you greater gear. It gives you better stuff. Now, if you craft their stuff, you can get exceptional versions of their stuff, like I have. And it gives you just a little bit of extra stats on top of whatever it would give you. Alright, so we talked about everything. We talked about a lot of stuff in this, and how to get certain things in the game that makes your early game, and a lot of this stuff will help you in mid game as well. Like, until you get to Yeti, getting their stuff will help you with everything that's over here. The boulder bosses, Venom, the events. Like but some people we see have this basic gear. Like, they don't even have the bandolier. They have the still basic gear of the game, and the later parts of the thing. That's not what you want to have in the game. You want to actually have the good armor. Like, by the time you get to Yeti, this is how you should look if you actually went and farmed everything. Now, you can also get that from the Bandit Lord. you should look something like this when you get to the Yetis. And that's before you get their gear. But okay, so before the end of the video, hopefully the Bandlord actually gives me what I need from him. Oh, why the dragon? That is so not what I wanted. Yes. Okay. We got it. We got it. So, literally, Doodle Farms, guys. I know it was a weird cut, but I paused it. Had to do... So yes, honestly, so like I said, 110 and whatever you weapon choice that you do, and then the 167. See that? See that? Look at that. Look at that. We got it. Or not whatever damage you do. You want to put 167 in whichever stat trait you want. And then put the rest either in health, like the 110 in health. Because you want to only focus for two stats. Like if you're going to be a mage user, go intelligence with the 167 points in intelligence, and then put the 110 in constitution, so you don't get vigor checked. Because look at that, I'm like, I don't even have the best gear on, and I already have 2,000 health. Like, I don't even have the best gear on in the game. But that extra 300 damage, and then I get that extra stat increase. Yeah, that's I get, or passive damage. I get the extra passive damage from unyielding Sentinel when I get to 50%. But yeah, I've done the math for you. So that's gonna be part one, and the next part we're gonna talk about the Golem raids, the Clover dungeon raid. More about the damages with different weapons. Showcasing you guys what it looks like. I need to make a mage account to actually show you guys the damages for mage. And we'll also talk about, you know, getting that Arcanist one to help you get Clovers. So that's coming up in the next one. I'm gonna go fight Apex once I actually put back on my better gear, but nice. Alright guys, so thank you guys for watching. In the comment section down below, go ahead and drop more stuff that you want to see talked about, more stuff that you want to see explained. We'll put it in a later video. I'm going to get the first 2 videos I was going to talk about. I'm going to show you what gears that you should have. But thank you guys for watching. This has been Killer the King 97. I hope you liked the guide, because this is going to be like an episodic guide of stuff that we talk about. I just need to get better at talking and explaining stuff and not stuttering around when I do it. So thank you guys for watching. This has been Clover Retribution Pros and Tips Episodic Guide Part 1.